I have to read this here again. Oh my goodness. Sunday afternoon. It is not warm. Let me check in. So I'll try to be responsive to the chat. I think I got it figured out here. Anyhow, so we shall see. Oh, what a mess. Welcome to the east wing of the manor. I'll try not to make you dizzy swimming around in this chair, huh? I'm not sure. Hang on a second. I'm not sure if the video quality is going to be there to watch this out here. I never can do a live from this office in the shop because the signal out here is just too weak. But let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know if the video on your end is bad because it doesn't look that great on this end. I'll give it a second. Just never know. I could try it. Yeah, I know it's a bad picture. Let me try something. This might just ruin it altogether. There is a reason that I don't do lives from the East Wing, and that is because the signal out here is just not good. My computer doesn't mind it. Jonathan, Yusuf, maybe it'll get a little better, huh? I switched over to the cellular, so good enough for us to chat a little bit, maybe. Going to have a little bit of Tom Bigme and just say hello to you guys. I wasn't planning to stay on a long time, but I was sitting here just pondering life. Well, good. I'm glad it's better. I won't touch anything. I won't touch anything. Maybe it'll stay. Maybe it'll stay. We'll see. Aha! Probably getting low of fuel. You're having one, Yusuf. I might not have watched a lot of videos today. You know, I go to church in the morning and I don't get to see a lot of them. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but sometimes some of the channels that I want to watch are not the ones that it puts in front of me. Do you know what I mean? I start thinking, man, I haven't seen one from this guy or that guy. And then I go look and they have several videos. Hello, Kyle. Welcome. I didn't think to charge the battery in my phone before I started this, so this could be a very short trip, as they said, to quote Han Solo. Could be a very short trip. Yeah, Yusuf, I have tried to make it to where I go and look now because it notifies me on everything that I don't really care if I watch or not. I don't know what that is, but you know, I'm sure they would call it an algorithm. I just call it stupidism. But, you know, if you watch one video of a different subject, the next time you open YouTube, it'll be completely, it'll be about 70% all the stuff that you watched the one video for. And all the people you've been following all this time, they're way back there somewhere. It is ridiculous. Shenanigans. Yep. It is shenanigans. Kyle, I love to walk the dog with a good pipe. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite things. Go for a walk, and take the dog. Jonathan, it's good to hear that you're enjoying that book. Good to hear. It's something that you can read that you don't have to dive into deeply. You can read a little bit. You can read a couple pages. You can read 20 pages. So I like books like that. I like it. Talking about the Friday series that I've been having, it's funny. I was just noticing the last couple days. Every time I do a video for that Friday series messages, Ragamuffin messages, I lose a subscriber. So I go all week, and I get two or three, maybe get a couple subscribers. I don't know. I don't pay attention every day, but I'll notice a change in the number. And then Friday will come around and I'll post the Friday messages video, and poof, I lose at least one. The one-legged dog walker. The dog walker. You need a saddle? You need a saddle, Yusuf? I got some small saddles right here. I'll fix you up, buddy. They're right over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not warming up here yet. Well, it's been warmer, but we had kind of a cold front come back 3 or 4 days ago, and so we're going to have another week of spring winter. Oh, she does, huh? That would be my granddaughter. I, she says hi by making some cooing noises. That's probably all she does. That's for sure. Well, hey, Jonathan, uh, you, I meant to send you an email. Uh, is the is the email on your description, is that accurate? Is that up to date? I'm gonna send you an email. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Well, I need your address because I want to send you something. Don't get too excited. Don't get overly excited now. All right, will do. I do, Yusuf. I do. I have two saddles. Joshua can tell you exactly. He can vouch for me. There's two saddles. There's one right there and one right there, and they're just right for a good sized dog. I don't think they were meant for a dog, but I believe you could probably strap them on. Big black dog's laying right down here. I'm pretty sure one would fit her. Just as it just depends on how big the rider is. That's it. That's it. Hey, I was going to let you guys know if you maybe nobody looks or cares, but I'll get your opinion too. I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was watching some old videos, some lives, and he said, "Man, those are just hard to watch when you can't see the live comments because obviously the conversation's one-sided." And I agreed with him because that's the way I had looked at it for a while. So I went back and I just deleted everything but the very last live. So after this live is done, the live there'll be two on there, and then I'll delete the older ones. I'll leave the current one for a while, but the next time I do a live, there'll only be one in rotation because I don't know how anybody watches them. So she's more. I got an excited, screaming granddaughter in the crowd. There you go. So if you look for lives, which I don't think anybody does, I don't think anybody looks for a live to watch. That maybe the same day, maybe just after, so they can catch something that was said or shared. But I don't think anybody goes back and watches them after a few days old. So all mine have been deleted except for the last, and then this one will be on there, and I'll delete the last one. Yusuf, what time is it? Let's see. It's 3:30 here. I think it's 3:30. So what is it, like 10:30, 11:30 over there? Well, I could ask Jonathan too. Jonathan, what are you doing up so late, man? 12:30. My goodness. You guys are like me. You're sitting there trying to figure out how you're going to go to sleep. I'll watch Randy on YouTube. That'll put me to sleep. You're an hour behind him, Jonathan. I don't know anything about European time zones. Not a thing. Heck, I get confused on time zones that are 50 miles right that direction. So my daughter lives in a different time zone. That throws me off every time I call her. Well, she only lives 6 hours away, but a different time zone. So, hey, I got a special. I don't know whether to. I'm not going to make a video about this, but I thought I would share this with you guys on the live. This, my friends, is a straw cleaner. You know, like a sippy straw out of your. We're older than you. You're not older than me. Well, by about what 8 9 hours? Yeah, I guess. It's a straw cleaner. You can find them in the kitchen department. I'll tell you what I use it for. I put a little bit of blue dishwasher, you know, dish soap on it, and in my pipes that have a 9 millimeter or a 6 millimeter, it works for both filters. And you could take this thing, and when you pull the stem off, you can put this up in the stem, and give it a twist, and clean the stem out. This piece here, you'd be surprised how much yuck comes out of there, and it doesn't clean well with just paper wadding or solution. So I use this. It's just a straw cleaner. It's meant to clean like a soft drink straw. Put a little soap on it, run it around in there, and then I rinse it out with water and dry it off and clean this thing up. But it works really good. And I'm usually like going, what? When I pull it out and it's all brown and nasty looking. I'm like, well, that explains a lot. And they're cheap. They're cheap, cheap. Well, Mrs. Ragmuffer's taking her. She's the Missus is taking her afternoon nap. So here we are again. Oh, wow, that's Savinelli, right? Gotta love my Savinelli. I have not yet found a good way to take care of these vulcanite stems. I just don't like the shape of it. I love the shape of it, but I cannot keep the thing from oxidizing. I can clean the tip off pretty good. I got that down, but I can't keep them shiny. I don't have a buffing wheel. Well, my wife goes to work Monday through Friday, so that's her non-napping time. It's a pipe tool. This is a pipe tool, gentlemen. Well, I don't know. I might have to classify that better. My description was off. You can't call it a straw cleaner. Or maybe you should say easily, huh, Josh? My political correctness button broke a long time ago. I broke that button off. I took a hammer and I beat it to death and threw it out. There will be no political correction. I think that's a gun tool, Jonathan. I have that too somewhere. Oh, my cleaning tools for the guns is where is that? Oh, it's in I got it in an ammo case. Is can I say the word ammo case? Maybe not. That's where I keep my ammo. Well, part of it anyhow. Yeah, working on the filter part there, Yusuf. Working on it. Um, I have been told it's a lost cause more than once. And one of them was my mother. So my mother spent the best part of 50 some odd years trying to fix that filter thingy bobber. Hey Raphael, how are you today? Unfortunately, we were just talking about ammo cases and ramrods. So, oh, really? Man, I tell you, I can get them clean, but I cannot get them shiny. I just can't. This is a beautiful pipe, and it is one of my favorites. It's the Naked Finish Series 3 that Eddie from the Pipe Nook sold for a while. And I can get the stuff off of it, the buildup of the corrosion and stuff. I can get that off, but I can never get the shine back. More traveling. I tell you what, I was going to ask everybody in a video, hey, somebody needs to post when all of the pipe shows are so we can all kind of put them on our calendar and maybe, one of these days I can figure out how to get there. And then I found it online. I was so I was so embarrassed of myself. I started looking that up and I forget one of the I think Pipeology. I think it was on Pipeology, which I don't go to very much. But I went to Pipeology and they had a whole page dedicated to upcoming and upcoming pipe shows for the 2024 year. I'm like, okay, never mind. I found it myself. Did you see our little pipe cleaning tool there, Raphael? Did you see that? That's what we were talking about. It works good for the stem inside. It works good for the stem of the inside of a 9 or 6 millimeter pipe. Let's put a little dish soap on there, clean it out, rinse it. Best cleaner I've found for the inside of a filtered pipe stem. I don't use it on the wood side. I should say I do not use it on the wood side. Oh, must be a boring day at the son's house. They're all watching the live video of Granddad. Is the race over already? I didn't get to watch it. Sleepy time, huh? I wish I could take naps. I had never been good at taking a nap. I should take that back. I take my nap at about 8 o'clock in the evening. I call it pre pre bedtime, and then and then when it comes time for bed, I'm like, oh, how come I can't go to sleep? Well, darn. At least he finished the race. What you got traveling for pipe stuff, Raphael, or is it for pipe stuff or just for family and business or whatever? Yusuf, I wish I could take a nap in the afternoon. I wish I could. That's a good time to take one because then you get all kinds of energy for the evening and you can finish your stuff up in the evening and go to bed on time. Man, my week ahead, Jonathan. Oh, I got so many projects I'm supposed to be working on. I got a pickup sitting right here that needs the top end put back in it. My old '59 pickup. I got to finish. I got to work on vehicles, and I got a lot of yard cleanup because it blew everything all over the place again. I don't have anywhere I need to go this week, but I am gonna. I'm thinking about another adventure with Gray Lady. So, family trip. That's worthwhile. No goofing around. I wouldn't know how to. I don't think I could do that. I even goof around when I'm doing the chores. So I used to tell the guys at work if I can't have fun, if I can't come to work and have fun, I quit. It may not work that way every day, but if I can't come to work and have some fun once in a while, I quit. Raphael, I can't even think about going to school in my 50s. Of course, I've only got just a few more months left in my 50s, so that's probably not going to happen. I've heard people say, I'm done learning. I don't say that anymore. And you're done learning, you're probably dead, but goofing around. I am not just good for goofing around. Let's get serious about it. I can't imagine going back to school for something serious, a master's or whatever you do in nursing. I don't know what you're going to school for, but I can't imagine going to school at that age. So much stuff going on. you you better get active, Yusuf. You keep sitting around, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, you crack me up. Got to stay active. Use it or lose it. That's the. That's, that is a. Any MBA is a tough one, and if you go back to school like you guys have done, it's yeah. Be, the best of luck. Glad to share. Glad to share, huh? I bet you're not the oldest one in your class, though, huh, Raphael, or whoever there going to school. I bet you guys aren't the oldest in the class. Seems like some people can't get enough of school. I mean, going back to improve your life is one thing, but I've met people that's all they do. They just go to school for the next thing and the next thing and then the next thing. It's like, oh my goodness. I got other things in life I want to do besides go to school for the next thing. My goodness. But bettering yourself and doing something that'll create some income and some and change your life. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Oh, what's next, you say? This is the Pennsylvania Dutch treat. That's what this one is. So put your best foot. Tell them you already did. Right, Yusuf? Well, older and wiser, Raphael. Older and wiser. My problem was the last 4 or 5 years I worked in the public works department. I worked for a kid who was an engineer, and I've worked with a lot of age groups. Younger than me, older than me, all kinds of. Usually, age wasn't part of it. I'll tell you what was the bad part is when somebody came along to run a department or whatever and had no experience at all in the real world in that department. The kid that was running our public works department was an engineer. He was in his late 20s. He had never even held a survey rod. Never worked in the field. Never watched a job. Never completed a project in the field. He had always sat behind a desk, running a computer, crunching numbers. That's the only thing he had ever done. And I wasn't talking to you. Don't say the word computer. What time is it?
It's 3:47 p.m.
Yeah, that's why you can't say the word. Yeah, so he was in his late 20s, early 30s there at the end, and he would try to make changes to stuff in the field. I want you guys to do this from now on. I'm like, that doesn't work. Well, you haven't even tried it. I said, yeah, I tried it 15 years ago when you were still in grammar school. That's what. What? Hang on. I'm about to burn my fingers so you can watch. Yeah. Book smart will get you in trouble every time in the real world. I would rather have a person who went back to school and learned something after they knew real world experience. That's a good administrator. Than to have somebody who went to school right out of high school, learned their business acumen in a book, and then comes to the real world thinking they can translate that into the real world. Don't work. Jonathan, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Sometimes you're now there's a big difference between stupid and ignorant. Ignorant is kind of just you don't know, right? But sometimes your ignorance can really cost either money or safety. That's some Pennsylvania Dutch treat. That's some good stuff right there. You want over there? You can't be in front of me. The black dog wants to know why she can't get to her bed, which is over here. Yeah, they look good on paper, and the ideas look good on paper, right? Yep. I'll take somebody who came up through the ranks and then learned and then went back to school and got the degree and all that. Go lay down. Out of my way. Said. I missed something somewhere. There it is. Yeah. The ideas look good on paper. We'd sit there and look at a pair of plans or something and start using a red marker. Can't do this. Can't do this. Will cost you money. Yep. Yeah, I seen that. I had to look closer, Cedric. Sorry, I couldn't determine the difference between some of these on the chat from here, so I had to lean in and look. I'm like, oh, now I get it. Yep. Well, I don't know how long we'll go here. We're just having a good time. And don't forget our pipe tool. Well, Raphael, that's the right way to do it. You learned a craft. You honed that craft doing it for a while. You have real world experience. Who better to manage it than somebody who's worked in it instead of somebody who just went to school to learn how to be a manager? That's the problem. Somebody goes to school, learns how to be a manager, but they don't know the industry that they're managing. They just say, "Well, I got a degree in business and I should be able to manage anything." But you can't manage a business you have no clue about. Oh, but you can. You just can't do it well, right? Hey, don't knock your wife. Well, I tell you what, she got you a pipe rack, so yeah, work outside theories. Books are great. That's like trying to show you a book on how to play football. And here's a book, it has all the rules in it and plays, and this is all the theory about football. Now we want to put you out there against a college team or an NFL team. We're going to take 12 of you that pass your book test and put you on the field. Pipe tool. Yeah, it's a pipe tool. Telling you, excuse me. Probably get in trouble for that. It's not a bottle brush. Joshua knows what a bottle brush is. It's not a bottle brush. It's a pipe tool. Next thing you know, I'll be on one of my online tobacco retailers, and I'll see one of them brushes on there, and it'll be called a pipe tool. This is a stem cleaning tool. Serious as a heart attack. Hey, has anybody heard about the what is it? The Ohio Pipe Show. Who's going to that? Yeah, bottle brushes are for babies. Bottle brushes are for babies. Well, that would be a really small bottle brush. So it's a straw brush. It's a pipe tool. Enough of that. Was it Columbus, Ohio? Is that in August, isn't it? Or maybe the one in Texas. I was really thinking about trying to go to one of those. And I know the one, I don't know anything about either one of them. So I do know I don't want to go there and end up walking around by myself and looking at stuff and buying a couple of toys and going home and not seeing anybody. So I'm going to try to make sure I go to one where somebody that I can connect with is. I don't know, Raphael. That's what I'm trying to decide. I don't get out much, which Joshua can also attest to. And flying is not my friend, but I will do it. I may need GPS coordinates to be able to get there. They That's a pretty good show though. I want to make sure that I go to one where there's a place to under house arrest. Yeah, looks like it's on the same grounds as the hotel, so that'd be good. Quit your griping. You've been there. could have could have bought a nice car for what the last trip cost. I got some machine tools over here. That ankle bracelet wouldn't last very long at all. But my permission slip from the missus now, that's a serious discussion. She might give me like a limited credit card with a total limit on it, just to keep me away from the tables. I'm pretty sure she won't trust me to go to the one in Las Vegas. I'm not too good at getting to Vegas on the right week of the conventions I'm supposed to be there for, and that's a story for another day. Imagine going to a pipe show 1 week early. Wasn't a pipe show, but yeah, I need a miss. I need a Mrs. I need a Mrs. Pipe passport. I know, but I'm not sure my wife would want to go. I don't know if it's a weekend. If it's on a Friday, Saturday, I could probably have her get off work for the Thursday, Friday, and do it like we did our last trip. Because she'd probably like to go, even though she's not interested in pipes at all. But she'd probably like to go if we could find a piece of history or something to go look at local. My wife and I don't care much for Vegas, so going to Vegas, we've been there 2 or 3 times. Uh, it doesn't impress us a whole lot. But now somebody somewhere like Columbus, Ohio, or something like that's probably got something interesting to see. I'm sure. So that's a possibility. Yeah, I'm sure they're all Friday or Saturday or both or whatever. So I just never even asked her if she would want to go, but doubles my cost if she goes. I can buy a pipe if she stays home. Is that bad? Takes you use of pipe earrings. My wife sells a line of jewelry kind of on the side. Well, I should say she collects jewelry. She doesn't sell it much, so I don't know if she's allowed to come home with jewelry. Oh yeah, yeah. How much would that cost me, Josh? I need some money for the craps table. I've been playing roulette. Can you pay my bill? Vegas is a horrible place to go when you don't have much money. Let me tell you, because you could spend it in a hurry. Yeah, probably 20 years ago, a friend and I went there on the wrong week, as I mentioned. Yeah, and he ordered a Midori margarita or something like that. I'm sure I'm butchering the name, but he ordered a Midori because these ladies next to us had ordered one. He's like, "Wow, I like that. I'll have one of those." And when the guy brought it to him, I think it was $16. this was this was let's see, 15. This was 17, 18, 19 years ago. You want me to say those words again? Cedric. it's it's been 36 years. I forgot how it goes. I figure maybe if I make it to 40 years, I'll renew them vows. Or maybe we'll update them. I promise not to die second or whatever. We got different kind of vows now that we're old. You can leave out the obey part because neither one of us listen very well anyhow, can't hear. So, you don't have to worry about through sickness and health. We already had that. Don't need to obey. Now, hey, the Elvis wedding. Now you're saying something that everybody needs an Elvis wedding. I'm thinking that's a good idea right there. They do Elvis at the drive-through chapel. Is that even open anymore? The drive-through chapel that used to be there. That was I always thought that was the craziest thing ever. Hey, let's go get married. I'll take an engagement and a short-term marriage to go, please. Make that supersized. Oh, I think we just ruined marriage for a lot of people right there. It's still open, huh? Wow. Well, when you got a good thing going, right? And people walk through there all the time and find true love, and then all of a sudden they're in the car with the window rolled down, ordering some gold bands and a marriage license. Oh my goodness, the things we talk about when there's no outline. Are you sure this is a pipe channel? Let's talk about Savinelli here, would you? Come on. Oh my goodness. I said something the other day to somebody, I forget, it might have been Gary. We were talking about you know, the stuff we talk about. And I said, you know, I kind of imagine hanging out with some of you guys is like the old days when they used to go down to the pub and hang out and talk, and they would talk about whatever the day had been, and you know, what was going on in life, and they all had things in common, but they were just talking about things that were important for the day. Same thing, coffee shop talk, you know, just coffee shop talk. No waiting in the line. Does the drive-through marriage thing, does this drive-through look kind of like In-N-Out Burger? They got people standing out front taking your name. How can we help you today? Can I get something started for you? Now what if they mixed now what if they mixed the drive-through marriage thing in Las Vegas with Bikini Barista? You could have marriage and divorce in the same place. Locker room banner. I'm thinking that's something that should be tried. We'll mix 25% off your next visit. Jonathan, I'm probably using stuff. You probably, I don't know if you ever heard about it, but they got coffee shops over here that you can drive. You know, you drive through, get your fancy coffee, uh, and all of the ladies that are taking your order wear bikinis. They call it the bikini barista. I actually have never been to one, but I have driven by them many times and seen them standing there, and it's a big deal for people who don't like it. Let me tell you. So that's why I said we could mix the if we could mix the drive-through marriage thing there with bikini barista, we could have marriage, your first bite, and divorce before you made the full circle to come out. And oh, by the way, this is a pipe tool. Come and go. Comes with your own discount coupon. You get a 30% off on your return visit for the annulment. My brother told me one time, he says, I watched your lives. You smoke an awful lot of pipes while you're on there. I said, yeah, you know what? I think I just figured out why. Because when I'm talking and I pack and I'm talking and doing this, I don't do a very good job of packing them. So there's not very much in it. So they burn really fast. This pipe here should go 45 minutes, which would be almost as long as we've been on here with one well packed bowl. It should go 45 minutes, and it won't do it. I don't think I do a good job. That's why. In case anybody cared, nobody cares. I'm pretty sure nobody cares. I just kind of like to go to Columbus, Ohio. I do not know why. I in a hospital lane where you could have like a field medic lane. You have annulment lane, field medic lane. You have the unconscious waiting parking zone. So you know when the driver is knocked unconscious, they can pull into the waiting for your. Lots of good ideas here. I hope Elon is listening in. These are epically failed ideas. I'm not. That's right. Well, shoot. I always I am never disappointed by the amount of uh, fun we can have and the subjects that'll come up when we get together to talk. Never disappointed. Thanks for dropping in, Raphael. Love you guys. I like seeing your stuff on there. So I always try to catch your reviews. So, Jonathan, I have heard about that restaurant. I don't know where, but I have heard about that the Rude restaurant thing. I have seen that somewhere. It must have been on television or something. I've seen. It would be a little shocking. Flat Cap Piper, you guys travel safe, okay? Travel safe and enjoy the family. I think it's safe to say if I'm having a hard time with my Mrs. passport getting me to Las Vegas or Ohio, I probably won't be making it to Manchester very anytime soon. Doubtful. Yeah, it was on the television. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what show featured it, but somebody did. This doesn't want to light now. Messing with me. Well, I think I'll say good evening to y'all. Yeah, that would just be shocking to go in there and have everybody be rude to you. But if the food's good, it's just kind of an experience. It would be kind of fun. No, please and thank you. Here, here's your food. Shut up. That might be some training of a different kind you'd have to give the people that's working in there. That'd be kind of hard to train them to be especially rude. Wouldn't that be something? Now, don't take this the wrong way, but I want you to take it the wrong way. I think everybody's rude in there, Cedric. I think everybody's, I mean, that's the goal, I believe. Okay, Yusuf, you have a good day. Yeah, that's a kind of I worked at the Rude restaurant. I was awarded Employee of the Month 12 times. You're fired. All right, everybody. I'm going to head inside and wake up the wife because it's almost time for to go to bed. No, it's not. But I'm going to get going, finish off my chores here. It's great having you guys here. Good to hear from everybody and to have just a laugh and get together and share some real stuff and some funny stuff and just to get together. It's a hoot. We'll do it again soon. All right. We'll do it again soon. God bless y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.